Guys, you got to buckle your seatbelts. I've researched MKUltra and its surrounding projects for a long time, and I actually redoubled my efforts today to just go through, just pour through the actual original documents, not just like reports of the documents. So, and I actually spent most of today just pouring through those documents. So, guys, however much you know about MKUltra, buckle your seatbelts. I've got a bunch of stuff for you. MKUltra is the best known project, and it was probably the biggest also, but there were a lot of preceding projects that set it up. So I'm going to tell you the story. This is the story of how it happened. So we ended World War II, and there was a lot going on between the countries that like nobody really knew about. So, and a lot of it involved mind control. And how do we brainwash people? How do we unbrainwash people? How do we, if we capture people, because there was a lot of captured people after World War II. Project Paperclip, we did, rather than kill the German scientists, because they were doing a lot of research too. So we're having these research battles, and rather than, execute them or just throw them in jail, we hired them. And we're like, hey, guess what? You guys can live on the condition that you tell us everything you learned. So that's what they did. It was a good deal for them. Okay, so that led to Project Chatter in 1947. But they were studying drugs for interrogation. So the goal was, we're just going to get all the prisoners of war, we're going to put them together, and we're just going to give them all the drugs, like all the drugs, all the combinations of drugs, whatever drugs we have, we'll give them to these people. We'll write down what combination we gave them, see what works the best. Specifically, it was for wiping memory, brainwashing, like getting them to believe certain things and really believe it, controlling their behavior. And that's some of the most interesting stuff. I'm going to talk about some examples of this. Very, very interesting, evil stuff. And then extracting confessions, true or otherwise. Those were the primary goals of these projects. Project Chatter, 1947, it was basically like, we're just going to give them all the drugs, and we'll just like, oh, JT, okay, we're going to give him drugs 2, 47, and 119, and we'll see how those work. And we'll give him 10 times the normal amount of one. Oh, he died. Let's move on to the next one. A lot of that was going on. It was a very like shotgun approach to figuring out what drugs work. The primary conclusion that we think they came to is the most successful individual drug was LSD. So the next several decades, and maybe more, we don't know, of research was not primarily about, but a lot of it was about LSD.